I just feel like with the expansion in the awareness as you're going through this ascension process or whatever's occurring, this unfolding of true self, whatever's happening, it's almost like things start to become more achievable or more accessible, or like on so many different ways. And so I'll use a couple of examples. For example, one, now when I look at a drawing or a painting, I can actually see how they've done it. Instead of before, I saw it as a whole thing and I was like, whoa, that's really hard. That's really like, I could never do that. And it's almost like now I can see how it is just parts put together. It's just strokes in a certain way. It's just things in a certain pattern put together to create something else. And like, that's one example. Another example is, for instance, like work, right? So you've got all these courses, you've got university, you've got so many different things. And there's lots of like people on YouTube now selling courses like 4D University and things like that, like ascension courses. And the beautiful part about that is, you know, some of them have had training, some of them haven't. But when you start tapping into consciousness or universal intelligence, which is all in us, in each and every one of us, it is above and beyond any other training that you could ever get, any other learning, teaching, anything, because it is the source itself of knowledge. It is the source of knowledge itself. And so that's what's so beautiful about all of this on so many different levels, because now things personally are becoming so much more obtainable. And it's not because, I mean, obviously the awareness is expanding, but say for instance, if you think about the painting, nothing's particularly changed in my skill set. However, now I seem to be more capable in drawing because my perception has altered, or my understanding, or my view, or like, yeah, so many of those things that I just said has shifted so that the impossible seems possible now. And it's really magic. And I think I wanted to highlight, you know, one of the purposes in this video is certification. And yeah, there's going to be some people out there that aren't doing things according to other people or how it should be done by other people. But when you, geez, that dog. But when you see that all is divine, exactly how it is, including the dog, then you start to notice that's okay. They have their place. So like whether the people get what they need from them, whether they're doing it right or not, which is exactly what normally would occur, I suppose. Or it's for them to set themselves up to fail to learn their own lesson, which is fine as well. And so like with this certification thing, I'm really feeling to express that don't worry so much. If you're worried that you've got a skill but you don't have a piece of paper to say that you obtained that skill from somebody else, the universe doesn't give out pieces of paper. So by all means, if you want to do a course, follow whatever you're guided to do. Like I've seemed to be being led into Eastern philosophy, like studying it somehow. And I don't know if it's through a place or whether it's just to get a couple of people together to start talking about the teachings. But yeah, do whatever you're guided to do. But I guess obviously I'm guided to make this video and express that you don't need a certificate. You don't need, when you're tapped into universal consciousness and knowledge, you just need belief in yourself, really, and make your strengthen your own connection, because you can't buy that shit. It's priceless. That information, that connection, that knowing, that insight, that awareness, that infinite schooling that is capable, that is achievable, that is possible, that is right there for all of us to tap into, is like, should be, and I hate the word should, hate's a strong word too, that, you know, that's what I would like to be teaching children when they're young. You have all of this knowledge and wisdom within you, and it's infinite. And the more we tap in to this knowledge and wisdom, the more it expands, because it's infinite. And so you can imagine, like, what we're being shown, there's been people say, what we're being shown in the world is nowhere near what we're up to. Because it's only that little bit that people want to think, well, that whoever's controlling what, if that's even a thing, is showing us a glimpse of this. They're already this. They're already way past that. But they're like, if we go like this and then just drip feed, then nobody catches on, like, how far and how much we can actually access. And on our own, it's phenomenal. It really is. Oh, it's such a beautiful knowing too, because no one's excluded. Everyone can afford it. Everyone can do it. It's divine. It's the way. It is the way. It's fucking magic and beautiful. So I hope this helped anyone that needed it. And, you know, I get guided to do these, and I watch them back, because sometimes it's what I need to hear. A lot of the time. For a while, when I first started doing social media posts, and they'd like be channeled sort of through me, and I would be expressing all of this stuff, and like, it's so funny, because then I had this insight one day that, like, and I was writing it down, and it was saying, these insights are for you. And I put it out there because I'm like, these insights are for you. But I wasn't actually taking in what the insights were saying, because the insights are for me. And because we are everyone, I like to share them. And so I really hope that the insight and the gift from the knowledge and awareness that I'm able to tap into can be used to also assist another person. And that's why I make the videos, and I love it, and I really enjoy it. And there's so much fun stuff opening up that I'm wanting to do. So yeah, just follow, just do what you want to do. You don't need a certificate. You don't need someone to tell you that you're right. You don't need someone to agree with you. Your divinity in human form, expressing itself in the exact way that you're supposed to do it. See ya.